Hi, friends. Hope all is going well with you. It is time again for a little sermonette, a little study of what we're reading through the Bible as a church family. And we've come to the point where we're starting to enter into the wisdom books of the Bible. And the wisdom books, what I'm speaking of, is Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Job, which we've already read. Some of the Psalms are classified as wisdom Psalms. And of course, Song of Solomon or Song of Songs. Those are the books that we consider wisdom books. And this is because they speak of primarily of wisdom and how to get wisdom and what wisdom looks like and what wisdom from God is. And so that's where we're entering in. And I want to speak to you about those books, in particular about right where we're at now is in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs is all about wisdom, the wisdom of Solomon, which he is known to be the wisest king of all. That's what Scripture says, not my opinion. But I want to read to you a passage here, Proverbs 4, verses 5 through 9. And this is the words of David. King David gave these words of wisdom, this advice to Solomon. Most likely as he's becoming king or preparing to be king, David gives his son these words. He says, "Listen to me, son. I understand some things. This is a little piece of advice I want to give to you. And I want to read these words to you so I get them right." So again, Proverbs 4, verses 5 through 9. It says, "Acquire wisdom, acquire understanding. Do not forget and do not turn away from the sayings of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and her is wisdom. Do not forsake her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. The beginning of wisdom is acquire a wisdom. And with your acquiring, acquire understanding. Prize her, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will give your head a garland of grace. She will present you with a crown of beauty." And what we see here is David is giving Solomon advice. Get wisdom. Wisdom is what? This. Acquiring more wisdom and understanding. And that's sound advice from King David to the future King Solomon. And of course, if you remember, one of the first things Solomon did was to ask God for wisdom. He understood where wisdom came from. If you go back into Second Chronicles, as we've read, Second Chronicles 1, verses 8 through 12. And we see it again in 1 Kings 3, 6 through 15. Solomon does indeed ask God for wisdom. And I want to read this to you as well. So what we have here is Solomon has gone to sacrifice to Yahweh, to God, and he's gone to Gibeon, the town, the main center of worship. Now, the temple hasn't been built yet because Solomon builds the temple. And so the place of worship is Gibeon. And that's where Solomon goes to sacrifice 1,000 bulls. And while he's sacrificing these bulls, he gets a vision, a dream. God speaks to him. And we see this 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 8. "Then Solomon said to God, 'You have shown great loving kindness to my father David, and have made me king in his place. O Yahweh God, let your promise to my father David endure, for you have made me king over a people as numerous as the dust of the earth. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can do justice for this people of yours?' And God said to Solomon, because you had this in your heart and did not ask for riches, wealth, or glory, or the life of those who hate you, nor have you asked for long life, but you have asked for yourself wisdom and knowledge, that you may do justice for my people over whom I have made you king. Wisdom and knowledge have been given to you." Well, we see that God did grant wisdom to Solomon. Solomon is known as one of the richest kings ever, if not the richest king ever. But he's also known as the wisest king, especially in Israel's sense. And that's all because Solomon was wise enough to ask God for wisdom. And that brings me to my next point is, where does wisdom come from? In today's world, we look at wisdom as technology or book smarts. We got degrees, or we even look at it into a technology of Googling things, and all the answers are given to us there. And yes, we can find some wisdom in that, but true wisdom comes from God and God alone. We look at Proverbs 9, verse 10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. In Psalms 111, verse 10, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. Good insight belongs to those who do his commandments. And what we see to be truly wise, to be truly understanding, and to be, let's put it, smart, it comes from God. Yes, it's learning lessons as we move along. As it's been said, a wise man learns from his mistakes, and that is true. That is true. But true, holy wisdom comes from God and God alone. And so I want to ask you today, I want to tell you today, if you feel that you're unwise or you've made unwise decisions or there's some lack of knowledge in your life, go before God and ask him, Lord, Scripture says you gave Solomon all the wisdom he needed to raise a nation, to lead a nation, to guide a nation. And he was known as the wisest man on the earth. Grant me some of that wisdom as well. I mean, after all, what eludes God's mind? He's creator of all. He knows all things. He accomplishes all things. His arms are never too short to reach out. Scripture also says, whatever we ask for in his name, he will grant to us. So with a sincere heart and a heart of worship, ask God, give me wisdom so that I can proclaim your holiness more. Give me insight on how to lead, how to direct, how to go. Give me answers. My friends, I hope you lean towards God for wisdom and not rely on your own self. If you're like me, I've done that many a times, and the situation just worsened. Look to God for all the answers, as Solomon did, as David did. Heed the words of King David. Seek out knowledge and understanding. It's a good road to be on. My friends, I love you. I hope to see you all soon. Hope to see you Sunday. If not, take care. Travel well. Enjoy your summer. Love you. And I'll see you soon.